Hi there folks, well, welcome back to my channel. For this video I'm back in the centre of Glasgow. I'm actually just off George Square, and where I'm actually going to be going to is the IBIS Styles Hotel at George Square. But even though it's called the IBIS Styles Hotel George Square, it's actually just up along Harbour Street and on Miller Street. So it's not a far to walk from George Square to the hotel, but just to kind of get your heads up, it's not actually on the square itself. So where it's located is, if you get into George Square, you find Hanover Street. So where I don't know if I pronounced this correctly, the Asagini Italian restaurant and bar, and you turn onto Hanover Street and walk along from there. So I do excuse the noise because, again, I am right in the city centre and it can get a bit noisy here. So I have stayed in an IBIS hotel before. I'd stayed in the IBIS hotel in Aberdeen. So I will link that video if you want to have a nosy at that to see what the two hotels are like and how they differ. And there are three types of IBIS hotel. There's the IBIS hotels, the IBIS style hotels, and the IBIS budget hotels. So I might do the budget hotel at some point, just so I can compare all three of them. So I'll be staying overnight here in Glasgow in the IBIS styles hotel. And obviously I'll be showing you all what it's like and letting you all see what's going on. So I will link in their website, so if you want to have a nosy to see if they have any offers, see other rooms, that sort of thing. And again, I will link that into the description bar below and a pinned comment. And if you enjoy my videos, if you enjoy my channel, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And if you'd like to support the channel further, you can also follow me on TikTok and Blue Sky, and you can also click on the join button and become a channel member. So with that at the roads, I'm going to head on along Harbour Street and get to the hotel. So it's just across Ingram Street. Yeah, once you cross Ingram Street, you're onto Miller Street. And it's always pretty much as if I'm heading towards St Enoch's. There's the Mercure Hotel, I might try that one day. There's the Glasgow City of Modern Art, or the GOMA. So just cross here. And it should be up on the left hand side. Yeah, so that's the IBIS style hotel here. So it's in one of the residential buildings that you find throughout Glasgow. And one of the things I quite like about it is this bit of art on the outside of the building. Try not to step out too much out of the roads, but there's that there. Right. Yeah, so the reception must be up on the first floor. There are lifts, and so the bar and restaurant are on the first floor as well. So for the Americans watching this, what we call the first floor, you'd call the second floor. And all the rooms are on the floors above that. So I think I'll be lazy and just take the lift up. See what the lifts are like. Yeah, if I could be getting this one here. Yeah, I do like the fact that they've spray painted the Glasgow City skyline onto the lift. Yeah, and height. So obviously floor one. Yeah, so that's me on my floor, which is the top floor, 8th floor. So I'm in 811, I think. So I think I'm along this way. And when I checked in, I actually did get a freebie gift bag. So I'll have a look at that when I get to my room. So let's see what views I can get from up here. Oh, there's a window here, so I'll let you see what I can see. So that's the views out across the city. You can see the St Enoch's Centre down there. and out to the hills beyond. I don't know if you can really see it on the camera, but out on the far horizon you can actually just make out, that must be Whiteley, like the wind farm. That's out on the Eaglesham Moor. I think my room's along here. I think that's my room here. So again, it's one of those kind of keys where it's just a wee kind of wooden like key, and you just tap it against your door and opens the door for you. So just go in and have a look at the room. That's the nice room. Quite like the theming of the room, so it's quite on point, very Glasgow. And yeah, it's not a massive room, it's not like a suite or anything, but it's a good sized room. It looks comfortable. The decor is fairly modern and is very in keeping with Glasgow and the vibe of the city. But I will obviously take you around the room and let you see the whole thing. I've noticed they do have quite a few USB points. They have a couple of power points as well, at least. So they're definitely bearing that in mind, especially with a lot of modern travellers needing things like power packs and their phones and laptops charged. So I'll kind of grab the camera and take you around a proper look at the room. So this is obviously what you're greeted with when you come in. Got a good sized full length mirror just there, a power point. So obviously if you're coming out the shower and you're drying your hair, you can do it all in front of the mirror. And obviously you've got this here, which we put your room key in to turn the lights on. And a nice wee bit of security there so you can turn it around and properly lock the door, make sure that nobody can come in. And you will notice that there is references to travel cones, or the road cones. And that is all because of the Wellington statue just outside Goma, which always has to have a cone hat on. It's just a total Glasgow tradition. I have no idea how it started. I guess it's probably somebody got a bit drunk, like decades back, decided to climb the statue and put a traffic cone in his head. And now every time the council tries to take the cone off, somebody puts another one back on. And it's just become a total icon of Glasgow. To the point where you can actually buy merch with the Wellington statue and his cone hat. And you can even buy cone hats themselves. So again, I have noticed that there are some wee like chips in the wall, wee scuffs, but again, nothing like major, nothing too drastic. And again, with tiles like this, you're going to get slight damage to the walls. So obviously you've got a bed here. So it's a queen size, I think, from what I saw online. So essentially it's a small double. So it'll be cosy for two, but plenty of space for one person. And it does feel like it's quite a nice, comfortable mattress. Let's have a wee look underneath the duvet. Yeah, looks quite clean. Looks clean. And yeah, fix that in a second. But definitely looks like a comfortable night's sleep. Again, as I was saying, they do have USB points next to the bed. They've got one on either side. And you've got these wee bedside lamps, which you can move around. And also have to have the key card in before I can turn them on, but they do turn on next to the wall or next to the bed. And you've got TV. And I do like the way they've done that, where it's made it look like it's been held up by the Finniston crane, which I will probably point out when I was on the Waverley. Quite like that. Obviously got a nice wee sofa area. You can sit and relax, sit and watch the telly, and good sized wardrobe. Let's see what that's like inside. So you've got extra pillows, hangers, ironing board, obviously the iron, got a kettle, some tea, and obviously got some instant coffee. I also said I'd go for Kinko. And I did notice that they did quite a good sized window. It does look like there's a terrace outside. I did try and open this window to see if I could get out there, but the window only leans into the room and doesn't open up like a door. But I still get at least something of a view. And over in that direction, you could probably just make out a football stadium. That's Celtic Park. So I can see all the way at Parkhead. That's probably how high we are up here. That's what I get for the view. Yeah, also when you put the card in, the aircon comes on. So that's when you put the card in the wee slot. But the one wee bit that I've not shown yet, or looked at yet, is the ensuite toilet. Again, it's quite compact. Again, you've got what's supposed to be the finishing crane, or at least one of the cranes that used to work on the River Clyde for the shipping, the shipbuilding. And again, another reference to Wellington and his cone hat. So again, got a good sized sink. Let's see what the pressure's like. Decent pressure on the taps. And obviously hair, body and hand wash. Your shaving point. Some towels. Again, a good sized shower, which I probably will be using in the morning. And I do like the fact they've got a handrail in the shower, because again, it's that is just like thinking ahead. So let's see what they actually give you in the shower. So you've got a conditioning shampoo, and see again you've got the hair, body and hand wash. So let's see if I can turn this on. So it's decent pressure on the shower. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier on in the video, when I booked in, because I am a member of all.com, which is the website they book IBIS hotels through. They actually, that was the reason why they gave me the goodie bag. Inside it, a couple of Scottish staples. We've got a Tunnocks tea cake. So again, if you're in Scotland, this is something that you probably will see a lot of, and they're quite Moorish. And another Scotland staple, and a favourite of mine, a can of iron brew. So it's just, I do think that's kind of quite a nice wee touch. That if you are a member and you've booked for a stay, they do give you wee kind of little things. But again, that's one of the benefits as well, and that's part of the reason why I did it. That when you do have memberships with hotels, you do get a discount on the stay, and if you collect enough points or enough night stays within that hotel group, then you can move up to another level or to another band, which gets you more perks. So definitely something to look into if you're maybe want to do a bit more travelling or do a bit more kind of exploration in different places, yeah, definitely book up for hotel memberships and get all the benefits that you can. So I've shown you the room and I've briefly shown you the reception down the stairs. That is where the bar and restaurant are, as I was showing you earlier on when I was down the ground floor. And that is where you can get dinner, you can get breakfast, especially if you book the bent breakfast rates. And as well, you can go and have a wee drink in the evening. So I think they'll be serving dinner from about 5 o'clock. So I'll be going back down and having a little nosy to see what's on offer and showing you around what the bar and restaurant are like. So yeah, I think I might have my caravan proof before I head down and try and charge my phone up before I head back out. So I went back downstairs and again, as I was saying, that the bar and the restaurant are in with the reception, and I had a quick wee look around before I sat down to have something to eat. And this is the area that they will set up in the morning for breakfast. We'll have all the hot foods, the continental breakfast, the cereal in this area, and I'll take away the pool table and have a little table in the middle, and you just go up and take what breakfast foods you want and go back and sit in the dining room or restaurant, and I sat a little look at the dinner menu that they have on offer. I went for a little portion of macaroni and cheese because I didn't really want anything too big. I had it earlier on in the day, and of course I had some iron brew. And they also had a machine where you could get complimentary tea, coffee and hot chocolate. Yeah, I had to zoom in a wee bit for this, but something else I've just realised you can see from my bedroom window here at the IBIS style hotel is Cleopatra's Needle, so that's Glasgow green over there. Oh yeah, being on the 8th floor, you definitely get to see a good view from up here, especially when it's not hazy. That's pretty much at the sunset now, I think. Yeah, I was just going to close the curtains. I noticed that's the moon. It's just, so I look at a really weird orange colour. It's quite pretty. It's a shame it doesn't come up any clearer on on my camera. Yeah, I'd noticed this earlier on when I was going down the stairs to have something to eat, that you've got rooms like mine which face out either onto the street or at the front, or look out giving you views across the city. Or there's rooms that still have windows but they face out onto a central courtyard, which isn't very big. So you do get some rooms where you do get nice views, and other ones where you don't really get much of a view at all, except for like looking at other windows. So again, if you are coming to this one, just bear that in mind. You might not always get the view that I'm getting across the city. So again, the rooms are still comfortable, the rooms are still warm. Yeah, and hopefully we'll get a good night's sleep tonight. So I'll see you all in the morning, and I'll let you see what the breakfast is like when I get downstairs again. Oh, good morning. That's me up, showered and ready to go down the stairs. So I think it's about 8 o'clock just now, so I'll head down the stairs, have some breakfast, and obviously I'll show you all what the breakfast is like. I did have quite a comfortable night's sleep last night. The pillows are a bit harder than what I'm used to, like a bit firmer than what I'm used to. And as always when I'm in a new place, I always kind of wake up a couple of times during the night. But it's a really comfortable bed. The room is warm, comfortable. Yeah, it's that thing of it wasn't too warm. It's just had a really nice temperature. And yeah, so it was just a really nice night's sleep. Really liked the room. The only thing I have to say is that the shower's really is warm. It's again, you can control the temperature, really good pressure on it, but it cuts out after about 15 minutes. So I think it must have an eco thing on it, that where you only get like 15 minutes of water. So obviously they're trying to be very kind of environmentally conscious, very eco, that sort of thing. So just kind of bear that in mind if you're coming. If you want a shower, you have about 15 minutes of water. But again, for me, it was enough time for me to like wash my hair, like get washed, get it sorted, and kind of wash everything out my hair before the time was up. So I'm going to grab my things, head down the stairs, have a breakfast, and check out. And when I checked out, I'll see you outside. So just get myself sorted, get back down the stairs. Well, that's me back out from the IBIS hotel. Had a breakfast. As I was saying earlier on, it was a nice stay, and it's quite a comfortable sleep. So heading back home for a head to the day job. Well, hopefully you'll have enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've found it interesting, informative, entertaining, whatever adjective you want to use. So yeah. And again, if you're staying in Glasgow, this could possibly be an option for where you want to stay. It's a really central location. You are like a couple minute walk from George Square. So again, really close to Queen Street Station and Central Station. And yeah, and I would say it was fairly reasonably priced night for being in the centre of Glasgow. I think for a bed and breakfast I paid, was it £88 for the whole thing? So again, hopefully if you are staying in Glasgow, you might use this as an option. So hopefully you'll find this video interesting, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.